playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we're at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now Jackson on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Seattle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal.
From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
The tackle made by Harold.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 10.
Great. Go. Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark 38.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, it's Jackson. The left side completion to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, flush to his right. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Jackson on first down. He'll air this one out for Mims.
Kill EZ-Mxney.
Team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position
Don
to
T led
on
up.
the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
Wow, soon as I said do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Off play action. Newton.
Some.
Steps away. Oh, it's intercepted. It was trying
Pick
to get
City.
to Ridley. Picked off at the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case,
Pick City again, emoji eyes.
Disaster for them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And Jones has it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ronald Jones there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. To throw is Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. There he goes right side.
Get nothing and like
he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Now this will make it into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
27.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful day. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Darius Leonard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10,
You know they pay me
and
extra
all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Denzel Mims, 98 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Mike 38! Mike 38! I got it. 38 for Mike. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Mike 38, Mike 38.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, it's Newton. Flush to his right, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Express. Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Express. Hey, let's get this. Mike, 38.
To the air again, Newton. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 28, Buccaneers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Finish it up. 180. Finish up. Mike 29. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 29 is Mike. Shut up.
To throw again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 26 yards on the play there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
That's the end of
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Seahawks.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. They run, Cook. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Rolling to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Now Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's got some space here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They'll run it with Hill. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Newton feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Julian Blackman.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
set. 180. Gun, gun. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
20. Let him know. Mike 38, Mike. Express. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 38, Mike 38, Mike 38. You're trash. Gun. 38's the Mike. All day. Mike 38, Mike 38. I got it.
They snap it to Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Mike 29. Army.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20.
Get off the field.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the score. He's got daylight past the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 78 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 38, Mike 38. Express! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike 38, Mike 38, Mike 38. We go, we go. Gun. I'm gonna get it.
From the 22, Newton flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
29 is the mic. Watch the run.
And Jackson throwing once more. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And
the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 55. Mike, 55.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
I don't care what you is. You ain't can't get none of this.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Tonight's final score.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs.